Hayden Panettiere has long been known for her ability to dive deep into emotionally charged characters, bringing a raw authenticity to her performances that resonates with audiences worldwide. At 36 years old, the actress continues to take on roles that push the boundaries of her emotional range, and in a recent discussion she opened up about the personal strategies she employs to cope with the heavy psychological demands of portraying characters in distress. Particularly as a mother herself, Panettiere has found that certain roles hit closer to home, requiring her to navigate a delicate balance between immersing herself in the character's pain and protecting her own mental well-being. In her latest project, a gripping psychological thriller titled Sleepwalker, Panettiere takes on the role of Sarah, a woman grappling with profound grief after the devastating loss of her child. This tragedy reignites a genetic predisposition to sleepwalking that Sarah inherited from her mother, leading to terrifying episodes where she experiences vivid, nightmarish visions. As the story unfolds, viewers witness Sarah's gradual descent into a shadowy mental state, where the lines between reality and her tormented subconscious begin to blur irreparably. Panettiere described the character's journey as one that plunges into an incredibly dark place, highlighting how Sarah struggles to distinguish between her waking life and the horrifying dream world that haunts her. This role, with its themes of maternal loss and psychological unraveling, naturally prompted questions about how Panettiere safeguards her own emotional health, especially given her real-life experience as a mother to her 11-year-old daughter, Kaya. Acting in scenes that involve such intense grief can be draining, and Panettiere was candid about the ongoing struggle to separate herself from the character's turmoil. She admitted that maintaining mental equilibrium in the face of these demanding parts is far from easy. It's something she describes as a constant battle. One of the key challenges Panettiere faces stems from her natural talent for accessing deep emotions on screen. Directors and writers often recognize this gift early on, and once they see an actor's capacity to deliver authentic tears and vulnerability, they tend to incorporate more of those elements into the script. Panettiere reflected on her time starring in the popular television series Nashville, where her character's emotional arcs frequently required her to tap into profound sadness and heartache. This pattern, she noted, is common in the industry. When an actor proves capable of conveying raw emotion convincingly, roles are crafted to exploit that strength, leading to repeated immersions in heavy dramatic territory. However, Panettiere explained that life's accumulated experiences can complicate this process. The more personal hardships an actor has endured, the deeper and more accessible those emotional wells become, but paradoxically, it can also make it harder to emerge unscathed. For her, letting down those protective emotional barriers to fully inhabit a character means risking a prolonged stay in that vulnerable state. Transitioning back to her everyday self and shaking off the residue of the role isn't always straightforward. The intensity can linger, affecting her mood, interactions, and overall sense of stability long after the cameras stop rolling. To counteract this, Panettiere has developed personal rituals and tools that help her reset and reclaim her mental space. Among these, she has discovered a particularly effective method that serves as a form of escape and rejuvenation: diving into books. Reading, especially in genres that transport her far from reality, has become her go-to strategy for detaching from the weight of her characters. She expressed a strong preference for fantasy and science fiction novels, genres that allow her imagination to run wild in entirely constructed worlds. What makes this practice so therapeutic for Panettiere is the focused nature of reading. It demands complete attention, pulling her mind away from any lingering echoes of her roles and channeling it into visualizing elaborate scenes, characters, and universes described on the page. She likened the experience to a form of meditation, where her brain engages in a singular, absorbing activity. This mental immersion creates a safe haven, free from the darkness of her on-screen personas, allowing her to rebuild her emotional fortifications at her own pace. Panettiere's appreciation for these genres isn't just about escapism, it's about the creative stimulation they provide. Fantasy and sci-fi often involve intricate world-building, complex plots, and imaginative concepts that challenge the reader to actively participate in constructing the narrative in their mind. For an actress who spends much of her professional life interpreting and embodying scripted emotions, this shift to a passive yet engaging consumption of stories offers a refreshing contrast. It gives her permission to let go of control and simply absorb, without the pressure of performance. Beyond the immediate benefits of distraction, Panettiere believes this habit contributes to her long-term resilience as an actor. By regularly engaging in activities that nourish her imagination outside of work, she maintains a sense of self that isn't wholly defined by her roles. This separation is crucial in an industry where the blurred lines between actor and character can lead to burnout or more serious mental health issues. Panettiere's insights also touch on broader conversations within the entertainment world about actor welfare. In recent years, there has been growing awareness of the psychological risks associated with method acting or deeply immersive performances. High-profile cases of actors struggling post-role have highlighted the need for better support systems, including therapy, downtime, and personal coping mechanisms. Panettiere's willingness to share her experiences adds to this dialogue, offering a relatable example of how one can proactively manage the aftermath of emotionally taxing work. As a mother, the stakes feel even higher for Panettiere. Portraying a character who loses a child inevitably stirs up protective instincts and hypothetical fears that any parent might harbor. Yet, she channels these feelings into her performance, lending an added layer of authenticity to Sarah's portrayal in Sleepwalker. Afterward, retreating into the pages of a good book helps her reconnect with her own reality, one filled with the joys and responsibilities of raising Kaya.